Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the Old Horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Taking a shot on the first play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here. When you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, and game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Fights off a defender. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
And, you know, when we talk about great third-down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Turning it on. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's back. Looking for the goal line. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, get them tackled to the ground.
Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they have the first points of the game.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession 1, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here comes the heat. And as he throws, missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it on the left. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Using his legs, it's Fletcher.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Makes him talk to the hand. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll go right back to the run. Inside the 25. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
And the Canes are rolling down the field. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Fletcher. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Fitted in the window for the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Graham. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Grab behind the line, it's Jackson. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Fouls through the defense. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Sayin. This one's complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that regardless.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
These situations in football come up all the time. You practice them all throughout the week. Short yardage, gotta have it situations. I am not bringing my punt unit on the field. I gotta bow up, prove out to my team, to my unit, to everybody out there, I can get this first down.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. To the air on first down. Scrambling away. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. Inside the 40. The 30. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it.
And it's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. They just cut into this deficit, and now they're trying to get the ball back early with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter. They tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Can't get him to the ground. And the defense carries the day. They win at the line of scrimmage, and they stuff him on 3rd and inches.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Shakes off the defender. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Well, this head coach has been a riverboat gambler all game long. He keeps going for it on 4th down. That now the 3rd time he's gone for it, and he's gotten it by running the football.
The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Fletcher. Runs through the tackle. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Canes! He would not be denied. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Breeze. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
It's a fake, and the holder's going to try to throw for it. They wrap him up, and boy, that comes when the defense needed it the most. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. start from the 16-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. And it's picked off for the third time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
No doubt offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second.
From the gun, the ground game. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The play-action fake. Lets it go to the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his protection.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Finds some room. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. If you like offense, this second quarter is probably going to be a game for you. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and Just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Here's the pressure. That's caught. It's Daniels. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? The defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And the Canes are in the hurry-up.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on...
Breaks into the open. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. And the Hurricanes are flying down the field. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks think in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense, you also know that, too. And you're ready. You're not caught off guard by offenses nowadays going forward on 4th down.
And he was able to shed and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They continue to find him. He's made those big plays. He's put some touchdowns on the board. He's been the big play guy in this offense. I don't think I'd stop him. We're still getting started in this football game, and they're going to see more of those
They'll leave it with the lone back. He's not going to make it one. By this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Miami.
The Hurricanes looking to convert on fourth down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on down.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's picked off for the fourth time today.
Well, that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. Third down, you're taking a deep shot. Because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. From the gun, the running back looking for room. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore. They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting your back downhill, not going backwards.
The lone back's got it. That's a good run to give him some breathing room. Pick up a 3 out to the 5.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the cover.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40, the 20, past the 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
Miami 27, Ohio State 15.
They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Creates a little room. Pass to Stinson, still on his feet. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender,
matchups like this every week, but when we do, all eyes are focused. A top 10 matchup, playoff expectations becoming a storyline, and the stakes are soaring in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Canes will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Robinson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They'll run this one off right tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Might be looking to run. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum.
Looking for a huge play. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to turning it off. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
Man, I'll tell you, this quarterback has got things you simply cannot coach. How about that situation? 3rd, it's a passing situation. The defense knows it. They do a great job in coverage, but this guy just has tools. He's got physical attributes and speed and elusiveness, things he can't coach, that allows him to go pick up the 1st down and keep the offense on the field.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Dances away. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. You want to make sure this Boomer Sooner crowd gets it going early. That is one way to get it done.
And we get to break out the Sooner schooner. The wagon gets to come out. Everybody gets jacked up. Everybody gets excited. Oklahoma has an electric atmosphere. And when these fans get involved early like this, good luck.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw, it's back. He's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead.
Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the 1st down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
No matter who's been leading the program, Miami always wants to be able to run the ball with some physicality.
Yeah, it starts everything. The line of scrimmage starts everything. That attitude starts everything. And the U is known for attitude. And when they play physical, they've got great teams.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
From the gun, running back on the move. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Wants to throw. It's back. Looking to get it in. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And right down the middle. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse. There he goes! And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every...
Oh, it's picked off. Looking for more room. The 40. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Canes! This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating a turnover and getting points off of it.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
I get it. It wasn't going to be a positive play. You weren't going to get a lot of yards, but I'd love to see you stick it up in there and hit somebody and finish the play with some physicality and at least pick up 1 or 2.
As long as you don't lose the football. It's already a bad play, just he lofts it high and deep down the left side. Snakes it up to 30, still running. Flying out to the left. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Sooner!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll return it. Drills him with the stiff arm. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Unloads it left. Zips it out to his man.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They'll try the run. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Canes headed quickly to the line. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. They are willing to roll the dice, going for it. 4th and short from the 41. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle. It's Daniels. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's up. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. On the option. He'll toss it. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And the Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air. It's back. working that wide receiver screen. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the carry on third down. Turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him. He can go and find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Man, and that fires you up as a defense. That gives you some extra juice when you come in there and knock the living fire out of someone. Everybody on the defense gets jacked up.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone when they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
They'll run play action. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The Sooners in a good spot here with second and short. Here's the handoff. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Looking for a physical attack to the gun. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Rides the back and leads receives it. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been humming.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down.
Man, it's nice to have a guy on short yardage situations you can turn and you can hand the ball to. And you know he's not going to dance. You know he's going to be really physical, lower his shoulder. I don't care how many yards he gets. He just needs to get past that first down mark.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
It's a draw. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability, too.
To the air, it's back. Pressure coming. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. They'll immediately call timeout. First play of the period will be a second down. He wants to change this route. To the air on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Runs through a tackle.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way. Then I'll throw the football.
And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. The give to the back. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
The offense stays on the field despite the fact they've misfired on 2 fourth-down attempts already. Can they change their luck? Finds his man. It's Daniels. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Powers through the defender. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass, it's back. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. What a disappointment. No good. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard.
Sprinting away at the 20. Touchdown, Miami. Once he got some room, it was over.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Sooners ready to go on offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's all the way out to the 32-yard line before he's forced out of bounds. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Setting up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
They'll give it to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eat.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the ball will be grabbed at the 30-yard line. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
Dances away to buy time. Breaks into the open. They finally corral him, and he turns that into a big gain and a those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Offense trying to go push pass on first down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Still on his feet. And they corral him at the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. Well, we've got offenses just flat getting it done. I wonder how the defenses are going to counter all of this firepower.
They are too, Reese. They're wondering how they're going to counter this. Offenses, you've seen the explosion. It's so hard, so much speed, and such effort like that. Offenses just, they got the upper hand.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Marion. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Looking for a crease. It's Fletcher. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He's going for a big play downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a group.
Hauls it in the first down and more. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
From the gun, the running back has it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Leaves it with the back. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Canes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Running back searching for a hole. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Daniels. Touchdown, Kay! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Looks as if the hands team will be able... Ball is loose.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling out there.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there. And listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Oklahoma! How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And they did tack on the extra point. Tie game, and what about this call? Going for an onside kick here in the first half. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Beck. He lofts one down the sideline. And he reels it in inside the 30. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. After that huge play, they've now got it inside the 30. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Just keeps moving. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Touchdown, Hurricane! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Snap in the shotgun. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Offense has enough time to get off the play before we head to the half. To throw, it's Mateer. Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. Kick comes up short, and he's going to try to bring it back. There he goes. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the ground with the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. And the Canes want to move quickly. Right back to the well. Got the first down and more. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Give to the back. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Daniels. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
A first down run on the doorstep. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
steps away. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going for it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
Handoff to the lone back. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. And the Hurricanes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Give to the running back. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Offense lining up quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. On the run, it's Pringle. Fighting off the defender. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
Here comes the 2-point try. Scanning the field, it's Beck. Moves around to clear up the vision. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner will be brought down. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Working on the right. And it's a fumble on the play. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
And that is Interception number 3 on the day.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kansas.
Offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as